Sindhudurg is an island fort constructed on an island called Kurte in the Arabian Sea, around half a kilometer off the coast of Malvan. Malvan is located in the Sindhudurg district of Maharashtra. To reach the fort, you have to take a boat that ferries 20 people at a time. This fort was constructed by the Maratha Emperor Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj felt that it was important to have a naval force to protect the western part of Maharashtra from any attack from the sea. There was a rising influence of the Portuguese in this region, and the Marathas had failed multiple times to capture the Murud Janjira fort from the Siddhis. The small island of Kurte was identified to build a strong naval fort that would counter the rising influence of foreign traders who were now colonizing India, and also to counter the Siddhis of Janjira. The construction of the fort began in 1664 under the supervision of Hiroji Indulkar, and it took nearly 3 years to complete the fort. The fort area covers around 48 acres, and the rampart is around 3 kilometers long, with walls that are 30 feet high and 12 feet thick. Once you land on the jetty on the island, you will find 2 bastions guarding the entrance path to the main gate. The entrance path has been designed in a curved manner to make it difficult to identify the entrance gate. From a distance, the entrance gate wouldn't be visible and it would appear as part of the wall. The pathway leading up to the main gate is so narrow that only 4 to 5 people can enter it at a time. This would have given the Maratha soldiers on top of the 2 bastions enough time to kill the entering soldiers. The curved path would have prevented them from gaining momentum if they had bought logs to break open the entrance door. Just outside the main gate is a small shrine for God Hanuman. If Maratha soldiers had to step out of the entry gate to fight, the first sight would be of Lord Hanuman, whose blessings they would invoke before fighting. There are holes on the top portions of the entrance gate and its entry walls to pour hot oil onto oncoming soldiers. The Dilli Darwaza, or the main entrance, had 2 giant wooden doors with inbuilt smaller doors to control the entry of people into the fort. Above that is the Nagar Khana, where drums were played for important naval events. Beyond the doors, there were guard rooms where soldiers keeping guard would have rested. Once inside the fort complex, you will see the Jarimari temple, built by the people living inside the fort to ward off evil and diseases. Although the fort has been abandoned long back, there are a few families that are residing permanently inside the fort. Within the fort complex, there is another temple called Sri Shivarajeshwar Mandir, where Chhatrapati Shivaji is worshipped as a deity. This is the only temple in the world that exists for Shivaji Maharaj and was built by Raja Ram, the second son of Shivaji Maharaj. The idol of Shivaji Maharaj is made out of black stone and he is depicted without moustache or beard. The temple also houses the original sword of Shivaji Maharaj. The Mahadev Mandir inside the fort complex acted as a temple but was guarding a secret underwater passage. This water reservoir used to be hidden under the floor of the temple. A passage begins from this reservoir and goes under the fort for 3 kilometers. It is said that this underwater passage opens up in a village that is a few kilometers away. It would have acted as an escape path in case the fort was breached. The other temple within the fort complex is the Bhagavati Devi temple. There are 3 sweet water wells in the fort named Doodh Bhav, Shakar Bhav and Dahi Bhav. Although the fort is surrounded by the sea, these wells have sweet water and do not dry up even during the summer season. The locals living in the fort use these wells even to this day. The other significant structure within the fort is the flag pillar or Nishan Burj. It was used to hoist the Maratha flag. This Burj is at an elevated area and is visible all around the fort complex. During wartime, this flag post would have acted as a signal tower and various colored flags would have been used to convey different messages to the soldiers in the fort. There are around 52 bastions along the fort walls. Cannons used to be placed at regular intervals to fire at incoming enemy ships. The fort has another entrance in a place called Rani Chavela that opens up to a small beach. It is said that Shivaji Maharaj was very happy with the construction of this fort and on the request of the architect of the fort laid his footprint and handprint on a slab which is present near the entrance of the fort.